Back down here again in the bottom right hand corner, so we have our zoom in and our back out here and full screen toggle. And then we have this picture right here, this camera. If we click on this, it's gonna it popped down for me. It's going to give you this red square here, which you can just move with your mouse and select the piece that you want to take a picture of and click, and it'll take a picture, snapshot. And it's going to ask you if you want to keep this, add a caption, and we'll put, you know, I actually had to do one earlier. Okay. What it'll do the first time is it will ask if you want to connect permanently with your Facebook page, and what will happen is every time you take a picture, you can put a little caption and then you can post onto your Facebook wall instantly so others can see what you're doing. And this also goes into the Farmville feed as well. Back to the rest of these tools down here. This is your multi-tool. This is what you're going to use for most things. The multi-tool will change into different types of things for you automatically sometimes. We have a plow tool here, and this allows you to singularly, if you see this, create new plots. Here, let me get the full screen here. And you'll see what happens when I select a spot and plow, click down to plow it, and all of a sudden I got another experience point up here at the top. It went up to 3. So the quickest way for me to get another Farmville dollar and go up a level would be to simply plow a few more of these plots. And what did it say? 10. So at 10 we will be a level 2. Let's do a few more here. 7. And I'm going to try to keep these even here. And there we go. Level 10. And there you see it. You are now at level 2. Kinder Farmer, and I can now buy some extra stuff here at the store. Plum Tree Dairy Farm, Star Fruit Tree I can gift. So I can share this information with my friends, and this will post right to my Facebook wall and into the feeds, and everyone else will have an idea. They'll know that I can send them star fruit trees if they want them. They could request them from me. I'm going to publish this, and I'll jump back into this here real quick. Let me just make a couple more plots, and we'll go to the market. Now what happens is they give you some plots to start with. We're going to go back to this multi-tool here, get rid of this. There we go. As you get up in the levels and things happen, you're going to see some of these tools and things shift around down here. But this is how you start out with this single arrow. This here, this is the delete tool. Let's say I didn't want this plot here. Okay, I can just basically hit the delete tool, and it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to delete this object? If I click OK, it's gone. Okay. You're going to buy things, you're going to have objects on your farm. A lot of them you can just sell. You don't have to delete everything. So, and you know, if you do that, keep in mind, I got to keep the experience point for plowing the plot, but it also did cost me some coin in order to plow that plot. And you'll see that here. I'll plow one more plot in here, and you'll see that right away. So 163, if we plow one here, my coin is now back down to 148. Okay, so it's going to cost you a little bit every time you do plow. So I don't want to spend all my money because I need to buy some seeds. And what I'm going to do is harvest crops to make some money, and then we can expand our land a bit. Let's go back to this multi-tool. We'll finish off these down here in the bottom right-hand corner. This is the ribbons. And clicking on the ribbons. Okay, These are the different types of ribbons that you can earn. There's yellow, white, red, and blue is the top one. So in order to get the first yellow ribbon on all of these, it tells you what you need to do. So I would need to make 4 neighbors become my friends, and those would show up down here. And once I get 4 neighbors, I can get this first ribbon here. And then it'll be a different number to move up to the next ribbon and the next ribbon and the next ribbon. What happens is when you get ribbons, you get extra coins, you get extra experience points, and it all kind of ties into helping you move along in the game. So you'll want to take a little bit of time and check out all these different types of ribbons here. You hit the right arrow, you'll see some more. Knock on wood, harvest 20 trees to earn the yellow ribbon. So we'd need to buy some trees or get some gifted to us. We're going to need some things. Zoologist, collect 15 animals. So you just want to, as you go along, you want to collect as many things as you can so you can earn these ribbons and get as many points out of them as you can. And then once you get those points, you can get rid of the extra stuff that you don't need. Okay, we're going to skip over this market button here. I'm going to go right to the gifts tab. And you'll see right now I don't have any gifts in my gift box, but if I did, what would happen is, anytime I collect things from people or whatever, a lot of things go into your gift box. Your gift box can hold up to 50 items. And also, it's not here. At some point, too, you will also see collections, and there's collections of things you can get. We're going to go to the market. We just have 148 coins, so we want to buy something we can afford to put on all of these plots, and then we can harvest it later. And it'll, depending on what we get, it'll change. But anytime you want to go to the market, you basically click on the market button. And it's going to show us a bunch of everything that's available for purchase. So up here we have seeds, trees, animals, buildings, decorations, upgrade the farm, and then whatever season it is going to show you specials. Like this is, at least a level 5 is needed to get the yellow lentils, and level 5 is actually quite obtainable within just a few hours. But you can get, things that are cheap are strawberries. Now what happens when you start the game is it tries to prompt you to buy soybeans. And these will take a day to harvest. I actually can come back in 4 hours, so I'd rather get something that I can make money off of a little quicker and not have to wait a whole day for these soybeans to harvest. So I'm going to buy some strawberries right off the bat here. And that's what I'm going to plant in here, some strawberries. And you can see it just charges my coin every time. But also I get an experience point every time I do plant something. And there we go. We have just enough, and I've got 8 coins left. It's not really enough to buy anything, but I'm going to wait till this harvests. And you can see here at 30 experience, I'm going to reach level 3. So that's the basic introduction to, how to get started on this. And I'll come back at a little later and harvest these and see if I can spread out a bit.